Welcome everybody back to Capes Corner Creation. We're here today. We're going to make projects for a new journal that I'm working on, and I thought I'd bring you along. Today we're going to make a heart drop over, and I will explain as we go. It will hold a card, journal card, or a piece of paper on the front of one page and again on the back side. So you'll see that as we go. So we're going to make a template to do this because we need to have not really a template, but we need the whole project together. Now I'm going to use this heart stencil that I have for quilting. I only need one heart, so we're going to put it in the middle of the paper at the bottom of a piece of cardstock. Now you can use whatever color you'd like. I'm going to use white because of the project that I'm working on. And I'm going to, it doesn't really matter if you're going to cover it with paper on both sides, and it doesn't really matter what color it is. So I'm going to put the heart in the middle of the paper. So I'm going to measure that because it matters where it lands. So it's 8.5, so 4 1/4. So we want to just push that right over to here. There we go. So 4 1/4. I'm going to go right to the bottom of the paper. And with a pencil, I'm just going to outline this one heart. And then, there we go. Now, I just finished putting the marks in, so we cut it nice and straight. Now, we need to put the middle of the heart on the ruler as best that you can, and that's pretty close to middle. And we're going to go up about 4.5 inches on both sides. There we go. Now I'm going to turn this. I'm going to just draw a straight line across. Let's see. It needs to be straight, so maybe we should measure here. So 8.5. We're going to go 4 1/4. It's halfway. I just want to make sure that my line is straight here. Now, my page, let me grab the journal. Now just remember, you know, depending on the size of your journal, you need to measure your paper where this is going to land. So it's going to go on your page, but you want it centered. So you need to figure out how big your page is. And my page is about 5.5 inches. So we want 2 1/4 inches or 2 inches on either side, because you want to have room for the bending part, and I'll show you that later. But so we're going to go from the outside of this stem here to 2 inches, and again 2 inches on the other side. Let's see how that looks. I'll go back. Oh, that's not 2. This is 2. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to run that up there and run it up here. Now if you can see, this is going to be our where we're going to work, but we want to erase this line in the middle so that you know you're not cutting that, okay? Because you know how that goes. Sometimes we forget what we're doing and snip it, away it goes. So no snipping, away it goes. There we go. Now we're going to cut just on the inside of this line so that you can't see that pencil line. So while I'm cutting that, I just want to remind everybody, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Ring that bell so you can see upcoming videos, because I enjoy having you here and sharing all these great ideas for journals. And I'm excited to hear back from those who are using these crafts and expanding on your journals. Here we go. We're going to cut right to that bar, and then we're going to go straight up And I'm going to put paper on this, so if you leave a little pencil mark behind, it's okay. It's just to give you a baseline of an idea for what we're working with. Try not to snip into that corner because we don't want it to tear. And then we're going to cut right across. And we're going to cut this right off. Like an arrow, sort of, with a heart. And then we're going to cut down here. There we go. And then right into here. And then down we go. Of course, you know, mine's always a little bit wobbly because I never can cut a straight line. Or a curved line, for that matter. But here we go. It's good enough. There we go. Let me get this stuff out of the way. Alright then. So here we have it. So what we're going to start with is putting one, covering this with some paper. Now, this is going to be the, well, this is going to be the front side. And this is going to be the back side, just this top piece. So, let's pick a piece of paper. Now you can pick anything you want. It's because you can use it for Valentine's Day, or you can use it for any journal and decorate it as you will. Whichever, you know, your design is fine. This is an example of what I'm going to do, just to show you how it's done. And then you can make your own design, of course. So let's see what we have here. I would like to use some flowers. Here we go. I'm going to use this really pretty flowery pattern. And I'd like it to be, let's see which way we want to go. I think this way. Now, of course, we're going to use the back side. So you're going to, it doesn't matter with this way, which way you put it. So you're just going to center it there, or you could go as far over as you want. That way you can go right to the corner actually, so you have not wasted all your paper. There we go. And we're just going to glue that down. So you just get your glue, and we're gonna glue. Let me show you here. We're going to glue this whole thing and just set it on the paper and then cut the paper off. So here we go. And I'm using Fabrifix. I'm just, you know, wanting it to stick quickly and work fast, so that's what I do. But if I'm doing other projects, I use different glues. Whatever glue you have usually will adhere and work. Make sure you just put enough of it on there. When you're working with a cardstock, it's a little heavy, so you want to make sure you get enough glue on there. Now, let's see this paper. I think both sides are pretty, so it doesn't really matter. We're just going to go for it. This corner. And right to the corner, as best you can, line that up. We can trim it if it's a little bit off. And then just set it down. And there we go. Now I'm going to cut this away. I know white on white you can't really see it, but you'll see in a minute when I turn it around. There we go. So I hope you're all well. Things have been a little hectic for me. If you're new to my channel, I am a handicapped person and I have multiple different things, but for the most part I'm good. I'm able to craft away in the craft room, one of my favorite things to do, and I had a little eye trouble this week, so I was a little late in getting back to y'all, but I'm back and I'm good and I'm raring to go. Here we go. Here we are, almost there. And like I said, we can make that fine tuning of cutting afterwards. But for now, here we are. This is what we have. Okay, so we are going to decorate the front of this. Now, we are going to make a fold right here, but we're not going to do it just yet. So I'd like to decorate first, and then we will fine tune. So on the back, I'd also like to cover this here. But I'd like to make this heart different than this T right here. Now this part here, remember, is going to fold down this way. So I'm going to put some lace, I think, here. Put some paper on here. Well, this side isn't really going to matter if you're going to glue it to your page, so you don't really need to do that here. But we definitely need something here and here. But let's start with our heart. And I think I will use, let's see, what's our paper look like? Here we go. This would be nice. Oops. Sorry about that as I drop everything. Let's see how this looks. Let's see. No, that doesn't work. Alrighty then. I think we're going to go back with this one, a pale color maybe, or go a little brighter. Let's see. We could do hearts. Oh, this is where the challenge always happens, you know, like, which one do I go for? Or we go for the same one. Oh my goodness. Decisions, right? I'm gonna check this out here. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go with these little hearts. So, that's what we're going to do. Now, what we're going to do is glue this right to here so that we get those hearts right on there. So we're just going to set it in that bottom right there. Now remember, we're not going to glue the rest of this, so be careful where you put your glue. And we're going to just glue, I'll bring this out of here so you can see. I'm going to glue just the heart and go right across here and around to the edges, and then give it a nice glue. There we go. I'm going to set it right here to the edge. There we go. There we go. This is so pretty and fun. It was fun to design, and I was excited to bring it to you today. I did have another appointment today, so I had to wait till this evening to work because my eyes were dilated, as you know, and I couldn't see anything, so I had to wait for that to wear off, but I'm fine now. So, you know, I can tell your age when you get eye issues, you know. But happens to the best of us. There we go. Now, to cut this away, we want to be really careful not to take off too much. So I'm going to fold it first, just like this, and really dig in. And then I'm going to try and just bring it across. I'm going to put the ruler. There we go. And that comes off really nice. There we are. Now, okay, so now we're going to finish decorating this side. And I think I'm going to use some ribbon, some lace, and some words. I'm going to trim this up just a little bit because, you know, I put the glasses on, I take the glasses off, and then I say, should have left them on. But anyway, there we go. Let's see for lace what we have. Alright, well, it is Valentine's Day after all, so we're going to use hearts. I have this really pretty heart lace with hearts on it. So let's just get it right like this. So halfway up this one. Let's see how that works. That's nice. And we're just going to take some of that off. Just like that. Put it right like that. How is that? Now, I'm going to do something here as well. Not sure what yet, but something. Well, let's just see what else we have before we start to glue. I think maybe a little pocket there. So I'm going to take a little bit of this white cardstock and I'm going to put it just like this. And I'm going to just make a, make a line just like that so that we can use this as a pocket at the bottom of our heart. Just like this. Let's see. There we go. And what could we put on there? Maybe we could change up the paper on this one. Put it there, but I really don't like that. I think we'll stick with the same paper and just use a small piece of it, just like this, because we don't like to waste our paper. Oh my goodness, right? So glue that up. There we go. And just put that right on there. And just cut that out. There we go. Now, I put it right here, but now I want to put a little something there as well. So we're going to have this lace here, and we're going to have this as a little tuck. So we want to put a little bit of something there. So let's see what we have size-wise before we decide what else to put on there. I know that's the fun part, right? Digging through all your ephemera to see what's going to work on there. And sometimes, oh, I do have something. I don't know if that'll fit in there. Probably not, but let's see what else we have. Oh my goodness, right? Like something, oh, I might have some little Valentines. I'm not sure. Well, let's see. Oh, finding the right thing. Oh, here we go. Is always fun. Now, let's see if I have something that will fit on another piece of that cardstock. Let's grab some more. I really need to stop saying that. I sound like a broken record sometimes. And I listen back to myself. No, you know what? Yeah, and then I change my conversation. Let's put this straight. I just want to make sure that that doesn't look really wonky. There we go. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, I need to work on my ums and buts. I hear myself saying it way too much. Alright, so now we need a little piece, but I do have one in my working journal. This thing has been such a blessing. Let's see. Alright, now, of course, if I can find what I'm looking for. But I've been working, so things are a little bit scattered. And you know how that goes when you start working. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Okay, so it's not here. Alright, so we're going to use this piece. We're just going to measure a piece. Not too big. I want just something that's going to slip in here. So, about an inch or so. Or maybe less. And we're going to make this very small journaling card that's going to slip right in here. Let's see, that works. Just a bit too tall. So we're going to shorten that. There we go. Now let's see what we can put on there. If we have something tiny enough, it'll work. We have these Valentines. This is pretty. Let's see. In my bag of plenty. You know, it's always fun to make it your own if it's for you. But if it's not for you, I like to take more time to really pick things that I think are suitable for everyone, because you never know where this journal will travel and to whose hands it will lie. So I try to, you know, take my time when it comes to choosing a little something for the journals. Oh, this is really cute, but I don't think that's going to fit. Well, it just might. Let's see. No, it's not going to. So, I think we're going to go with this here and use part of it. I think that's what we'll do. You don't need the whole thing, but you need part of it. Make it look as cute as possible. There we go. Let's trim that one up. Move those out of the way. And we can put a word on there too. So we're just going to glue this to this bottom corner right here. Lost those glasses again. Let me grab them. Alright. So here we go. We're going to glue this little card. Well, it'd be good if I was in the camera, huh? So you could see what the heck I was doing. There we go. We're going to glue this to the bottom corner. Now I need a baby wipe. Excuse my arm while I grab a wipe. There we go. Cute is that. There we go. Now we have this little cherub on this little heart here. And just trim that up best you can. Whatever you decide to put on your little card. And that's going to slip right in there like that. We're going to put our lace right here. I am going to, before I do anything else, I like to put a little bit of pink ink on here. Let's see what we have. We have some Distressed Oxide Festive Berries. Now this can be really dark. Oops, wrong brush. That's brilliant, right? Okay, so don't press hard when you have a new ink, I've learned, especially when they're dark, because it will be too much and you won't like it. You'll be like, oh my goodness. So it is pretty dark. So this colors on here are dark, so it's, it's okay. But just a little note that when you're working with a new color and you're not really sure, try it on a separate paper like this here on your cardstock and try it on the edge first so you kind of know what you're dealing with, because sometimes it's a bit too much. See, and you don't want to go, oh boy, and then of course nothing's ever ruined. You can always work around it, and it's just paper, so not to worry. And we're going to go all the way around because we don't know what the rest of this is going to be like, so we want to cover our tracks first. There we go. And we'll do this too, because why not? It looks pretty. Gives it a little character, gives it a little age. Help distress this a little bit. Okay. Let me put that away. I've been working at trying to stay ahead of the disaster area. You know how that goes when you start working. Okay, now, see? There's always extra ink on your brush, so you can go back. We need to do this little piece. And also I want to just take a small edge off of these corners, just to give it a little cleanness, clean it up. There we go. We can do that little bit of ink on there too. And maybe a little word on here. We just have some small little word. I'm busy this afternoon making words. Let's see. Okay, here's one. And I like to just tear the word. I like the torn paper. It gives it a nice little edge. We're going to use the word amour, which is love, French word for love. There we go. And we'll put a little bit of ink on that. Tiny now, working with the little bitty piece. But we just have a little bitty space, so we're going to put that right there on our little tag. There we go. Just a little bit of glue. And when I put small pieces down like this, I put them down and I just make like a little circle. It kind of gets the edges glued up there. There we go. Alright, now we're going to slip that in here, but we want to make sure that this is just glued just to the edges so that we're not gluing our card. So we're going to go right to the edge on these two sides of the V, and then get right down there in the corner. Just hold that there for a second. There you go. Get this out of the way. My goodness, I can make a mess so fast. There we go. Let's see about that. Slipping that right in there. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now I want to put a little lace on this and dress this up, because it is, after all, a Valentine. A Valentine of sorts, don't you know? There we go. And something here, before I do that, I think maybe a little piece of ribbon here, or a little lace. Let's see what we have. Let's see. Goodness. What do we got here? Maybe a little pink. Sometimes the decisions, oh my goodness. Here, we're going to use this little white piece. Really pretty ribbon. So, let me open that. we're just going to put a small piece right at the top here. Just like this. Just like that. And we're going to put the glue right across the top. Now, be careful that you don't get your glue on your little card or in between. So you don't want to go right to the tippity top of this. You're just going to go right below the top of that line. So you don't glue things together that aren't supposed to be together. Because, I would know that, don't you know? Things happen in the craft room. There you go. Here we go. How pretty is that? Now we can put our glue on our lace. And there usually is a right side and a wrong side. And the wrong side usually is a little rougher and it will grab the glue better. So just go across there. There we go. And just set it down. How cute is that? Okay. So now we can bring this lace, actually, we could bring this right up the middle. I have a better idea. I'm going to use something a little bit thicker so that we can use this as a belly band as well. So I'm going to put this right here, like this, right like that. Now, we're going to see. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to put that one there. I'm not sure about that piece though. Let's see. Yeah, I think we will. I think we're going to use this. Now, we're only going to glue this here at the bottom, right here, and here at the top. Make sure we didn't get any glue in the middle there. Alright, so we're going to just push that right inside that lace right there and run it right up to the top of this piece. Wipe off the excess. You don't want too much glue, but you want it to stand on there. You don't want that to come off, so give it a little push down. And the Fabrifix will catch and hold on to that. Alright, so because it's going to be loose here, we should have enough give to fold this. So now we have our little card here, and of course you can always add your own more things here and more things here. And we're going to bring this and we're going to fold this right here. And don't worry if the paper is a little bit different. We're just going to give it a good fold over. And then we can trim that extra paper that, of course, that I didn't do with my glasses on. There we go. And I'm going to round the corners on the bottom half, just like that. Maybe something here, because now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you in the journal here. Alright, so when you figure out where you're going to put your Valentine drop over art, let's see if I can find a good page. Here, we're going to go with this white on both sides. I'm not going to put it in this particular journal, but this is the only one that I have handy. So this Valentine drop over is going to sit like this, and this part goes over the top of your page, like so. Now, you don't have to glue this side at all, because it's going to hold itself down, but you can, if you want, to glue it just at the bottom here. But what we are going to do is leave room for, let me grab a piece of paper for you, somewhere. Let's see here. Where is the paper? It's always a mystery when I need something. It's like, okay, where'd you do with your paper? A second ago. There we go. Right. Let me grab a piece of paper. I'm going to use half a sheet of paper because there's a couple of things I'd like to show you. So, now, let's do this. So you have room now to put a piece of paper right under your Valentine drop over, and you have room right here in your belly band to add yet another piece of paper or another journaling card or what have you on this side. And on the back side, we are going to glue this down, but not in this journal, but I would glue this down right on this side and just a little bit in the corner so that you have a nice tuck to put a journaling card or whatever you want to stick in there. I'm not going to do that because I already do have one of these in this journal, and I'm not using this particular one in this journal. So, but we are going to finish decorating. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is put something here. We don't need to put anything here unless you're not going to be gluing it. If you are not gluing this piece to your page, then I would suggest decorating it as well, but you don't want it to continually open and close. That would wear out that spot, and you don't want it to tear. So I suggest gluing, like I said, just on this corner or this corner, depending on where you put it in your journal. But I'd like to put something else here. So let's see what we have. Colors. What do we have for colors? Well, that green is pretty. That's not big enough. Alright, so let's see. I think we're going to go with, nope, that doesn't work either. Oh my goodness, right? Sometimes you think you can and then you don't. And that doesn't work either. So, we're going to have to do lace. We'll go with the lace because I don't have any ribbons that color. So what do we have here? Here I said it again. Okay. No, I do definitely need some practice. Alright, now we have this. I really like this piece. Alright, so it's just too white. This is where I fall off the wagon, Okay. This might be pretty. While you watch, I'll be going through all my ribbons in a minute here. You can actually do a belly band here. Oh no, you know what? That's not going to show. Well, yes it is. So we definitely need something there. Okay. And I don't like it. So what are we going to do? Oh my. Alright, We need something bigger. What do we have? I don't know. Okay, we'll use this. This is pretty, and this will work. And it's got hearts on it, so that works. Just has hearts on it this way. Very cute. There we go. I've saved myself. Okay, let's give this a snip. And we're going to go right to the tippity top here. And right to there. Okay. There we go. Now I'm not going to use this piece as a belly band. This will just be for decoration. Alright, so we're going to glue on both sides. I'm going to glue on the cardstock itself. Now you can use it as a belly band however you want to choose it. I'm not going to though. Just going to set this right like that. There, that's pretty. Okay, now I've got a mess here. My little, that's how I store my ribbons. Over the many years of crafting, I have 5 granddaughters, and when they were little, I made them all sorts of hair ribbons and dresses and different things. So I had to keep track of my supplies because, you know, they'd come in and I want this color, I want that color, and you know what? It was easier to find them if I rolled up my scraps than I could easily find them. So if you're looking to roll up your ribbons and your small pieces, this is a great way to use up your cardboard or scraps of paper too. Alright, so now you have this belly band on top that we can put a card on as well. So let's give that one a cut. Let's see. Two inches always works nicely. Let's see if that'll fit right in there. Perfect. And we can give that about 4 inches. Okay. Here we go. Perfect. There we go. Now, I want to put something on here, but then I do want to round the edges because it slides better that way. Let's see what we have going this way. Oh my goodness, I really like that. But I don't want to waste that one. Oh my goodness. Sometimes, you know. Oh, that's pretty. We could run that on there to my Valentine. We don't need all of it, but we'll take what we can get. There we go. Alright, so we're going to glue this right like this on there. Just trim the top of this off so we know where we're going to land. There we go. Alright. Here we go. So, I hope you've all been busy. It's been terribly cold here in the south, which is unusual. I mean, we always get winter, but sometimes it's just not so cold. And I don't do cold. I'm not I'm not fond of the cold weather, so I'm looking forward to spring. And today being the first day of February really is a good sign that spring is to come soon. Hopefully sooner than later. To my Valentine. How cute is that? A little vintage Valentine right there. There we go. How pretty. I was going to trim the corners, but I'm just going to leave that card. I am going to ink the back for some writing space. And put a little pink on there, because after all, pink and red is our colors for Valentine's Day. I'm just going to give a little aging. So there we have it. When I have a little bit of a heart, I can put a little bling on there. I just put that right like that. There we go. So you have writing space on the back of this card. Look at me, I'm not even in the camera. Writing space on the back. We're going to slide this right in here. Oops, upside down. Did I just do that? Of course I did. Oh, anyway, we're going to go right like that. And then this piece, remember, will be glued to the paper on the other side. So then you have space here for writing as well. So this is how your Valentine drop is going to look. I think we should put something here as well. Let me see here. I don't really want the that red shiny thing here. But how about a little heart to go with our little cherub? I think so. I can get this one right off of here. That'd be perfect. Perfect little Valentine. There we are. There we go. Put a little ink on that. We need some more. Now this is a little bit dark because I want it to be seen there. But I'm going to trim it just a little bit because it's a little too much paper. Here we go. So the birds, I've been feasting on my bird feeder, and I just love watching all the different kinds that show up. Today we had a flicker and some woodpeckers, and just the cardinals are coming, so many I can't even count them. I don't know if any of you like the birds, but I love the birds. I used to have some birds in the house, but they were gone now. Maybe someday I'll get another one. I had, what do you call it? Society finches. And they were so cute, and they sing so pretty and quiet, and they're not loud. I can't do loud, so maybe someday I'll get more. Alright, let's take a look what we have. So we have our front, and we have room for our belly band for some writing space to store a journaling card or some paper. We have our little journaling card here. Oops. And we'll give this a little bit of distressing and put that right here. It says Amour, it says love. And then on the back side we have our Valentine, to my Valentine card, and writing space on the back of it. So let's do that, and let's show you again in the journal how that's going to look. And you have, of course, writing space here. And we're going to show you here how this is going to look. So let's try it out. I'll slip that here. Now remember, you're going to glue this top piece. Or you don't have to. I mean, you could just put a paper clip. Let me grab a paper clip for you here somewhere. You know, you don't need to glue, but you could paper clip this right to there. Gives a little weird push though. There we go. Now you've got your space here for some writing paper, and naturally you have a big space underneath this tag, and you have this little journaling card here. But with the paper clip, it doesn't really bend as well, so you may want to glue that. And then you have the other side to use as writing space, and it holds your journaling card or more paper. It actually would hold a couple of pieces of paper. And on the back side, same thing. This piece, if you glue it on just this left side, you can just stick that right up inside there, like that. But for today, I'm not using this, like I told you, in this particular journal, so I don't want to glue it, but I did want to share with you this idea and how cute this is. And of course you can embellish and embellish and embellish all more journaling cards, more stickers, what have you, just about everything you can think of to put on there. And on the back side, of course, you've got this whole page of writing area, and here as well the whole page stays free to write on in the journal. So that is our Valentine drop over, as we call it. And there we have it. So I hope you enjoyed that idea for your journal, and if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.